All right, so today we are taking a deep dive into Domino's.
Yeah.
You sent over a whole bunch of articles about what they're doing these days, and I gotta say I'm ready for a pizza now.
Yeah, well, looking through these articles, you've got earnings reports and analyst opinions, even stuff about the return of emergency pizza.
Yeah, it seems like Domino's is up to something interesting,
It does.
especially with their third quarter results. I mean, revenue missed the mark, but then their earnings per share beat expectations. It's kind of like they're doing magic tricks with pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah, well, what I see here is that there's a bigger picture we're missing. Domino's is really focusing on this value idea.
Right.
It's not just about cheap pizza. It's about showing customers that they're getting the most out of their money.
Yeah, especially with everyone feeling the pressure from inflation right now.
Exactly. And I even saw that CEO Russell Weiner said something like, we need to make sure our promotional prices are consistent and they don't go above the CPI in the market.
Yeah, but that's a risky game. How can they keep prices low and still make money?
That is the million-dollar question. And, undercutting the competition might work for a little bit, but in the long run, it could hurt how people see the Domino's brand.
So what you're saying is they need to find a way to be affordable, but also offer something special, something that makes them stand out.
Exactly. They can't just be another discounted pizza on a food delivery app.
So it's about more than just price. And when you look at who Domino's is competing with these days, it's not just other pizza places, is it?
Not at all. I mean, look at what McDonald's and Taco Bell are doing with their value menus. They're going after the same customers as Domino's.
So it's like a whole food fight out there.
It really is. One analyst said that these fast food giants are limiting near-term transaction share gains for Domino's.
What does that even mean?
It means that Domino's can't just assume people will always choose their pizza when they want something quick and cheap.
So how are they fighting back? I mean, besides bringing back emergency pizza, which I gotta admit I kind of love.
Well, bringing back emergency pizza is a smart move.
Oh.
It makes people feel nostalgic. But they've also got this moreflation deal going on.
Moreflation.
Yeah, you get a free size upgrade if you order multiple pizzas.
Oh, that's a good deal, especially for families or bigger groups.
Right. It shows that they're paying attention to how inflation is affecting people and how they're ordering food.
Okay, but is that going to be enough? I mean, is moreflation just a temporary thing, or is Domino's going to change their menu and marketing in a bigger way?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Again, are they just reacting to what's happening now, or are we seeing them adapt and come up with new ideas that will shape their future? Because the world of food delivery is changing really fast.
And Domino's has to change with it.
Absolutely.
It's like they need to find new ways to get their pizza to people, especially with that whole Uber Eats situation changing up soon.
Definitely their exclusive deal with Uber Eats is wrapping up.
And I know they're seeing some decent growth through the app, but
It's going to be interesting to see what happens next.
yeah,
I mean, they've got to be smart about how they work with these third-party delivery services.
because they can't just ignore them. They're too popular now. When people are craving pizza, that's one of the first places they go, right?
Exactly. And you know what else I was thinking about when I was reading these articles?
What's that?
This potential partnership with DoorDash.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot they mentioned that.
That could be a game changer.
Really? How so?
Well, for starters, DoorDash is way bigger than Uber Eats in the U.S.
So getting in with them would give Domino's a much wider reach.
Exactly. And I think I even jotted down a quote from Weiner himself. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, here it is. DoorDash is bigger than Uber. That's absolutely in our future.
Wow. So they're definitely not afraid to admit they need DoorDash.
Not at all.
Makes you wonder if they'll try to make some kind of exclusive deal with them down the line, too.
It's possible, but that whole third-party delivery thing can be a double-edged sword. Yeah.
How so?
Well, it's great for getting your pizza in front of more people, but then you have to give those platforms a cut of your profits.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It's like they're helping you out, but they're also taking a bite out of your pizza at the same time.
Exactly. It's a tough balance to strike. Domino's needs to use these apps to reach more customers without sacrificing too much of their own money.
And with those growth projections they've set for themselves, it's even more important that they get this right.
Exactly. They're aiming for that steady growth over the next few years, remember.
Something like 6% for global retail sales and 8% for income from operations.
Yeah, which tells me they're feeling pretty confident about navigating these challenges.
And speaking of challenges, we haven't even talked about their revamped loyalty program yet.
Oh, yeah, right?
Oh.
I was just thinking about that. It seems like they're trying to do more than just attract new customers through third-party apps.
Yeah, they want to keep the customers they already have.
Exactly. They want to build that loyalty.
But what's different about this new loyalty program? Is it actually any better?
Well, they're doing something interesting. They're introducing Lower tier redemptions.
Lower tier, what does that mean?
It means they're making it easier and faster for people to earn rewards. And I think that's a smart move.
Okay. I can see that appealing to a lot of people, especially those who are being more careful with their spending.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
all about giving those customers a sense of value beyond just the price of the pizza.
Right, because if they can make people feel valued, then maybe they'll be more likely to choose Domino's over a Big Mac or a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Precisely. It's about giving them a reason to come back for more.
So it's not just about being the cheapest option out there. It's about building a relationship with the customer.
Exactly. And that goes back to what we were talking about before, about the dangers of focusing too much on low prices.
Yeah, they need to offer something more than just a good deal.
Right. Something that sets them apart from the competition.
It's like building a fan base for your pizza instead of just attracting people who are looking for the cheapest slice.
Exactly. And that makes me wonder, can Domino's actually pull this off?
Can they really achieve their growth goals just by focusing on value and loyalty, especially with all the competition out there?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It really is a tough one.
Right. Yeah.
Can they really build their whole strategy around being the best value?
It's a risk, for sure. There are so many other things to consider, too. Like you said, competition is fierce people. People are always looking for the next new thing. And then there's that whole third-party delivery puzzle they have to solve.
And they have to do it all in public.
Exactly. Everyone's watching.
To see if Domino's can stay relevant. I mean, remember what happened with Starbucks a few years ago?
Vaguely, what did they do?
Well, they were facing similar challenges, trying to figure out how to keep growing, and they realized they had to do something radical. So they totally overhauled their loyalty program.
Interesting. You think Domino's is trying to do the same thing?
I think it's definitely part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the real question is, can they go beyond just price and rewards?
What do you mean?
I mean, can they create an experience that makes people really connect with the Domino's brand?
So it's not just about playing the game, it's about changing the game. You know what else I thought was interesting? Those growth projections we were talking about before.
Yeah, what about them?
Well, they're aiming for steady growth for the next couple of years, something like 6% for global retail sales and 8% for income from operations.
Yeah, but then it gets really interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
From 2026 to 2028, they're projecting even higher growth, like over 7% for global retail sales and more than 8% for income from operations.
It's like they know something we don't.
Like they've got a secret weapon or something.
Maybe. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out.
Will Domino's reign supreme in the pizza wars, or will they have to go back to the drawing board?
Only time will tell.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive on Domino's.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did, thanks to all those articles you sent over.
Anytime.
Until next time, happy pizza eating, everyone.